Hey guys, Steven here, Fanatic Perspective. How about them Cowboys? They get a much needed W on the road against the New Orleans Saints 27-17. Go to 8-4. We head into some big time division games coming off a little mini bye here, but it's a good win for the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to break it down, our post Thursday night recap, get to sit back and watch the rest of the league and hopefully get some rest and get our half our coaching staff back. We'll get into all this. I want to give a shout out to BUSR, busr.com/fanatic, the official sponsor, the official sportsbook, official betting partner of Fanatic Perspective. Take advantage of that Sports 100 FP promo on the website. When you go on there to sign up, you can take advantage of it. If you put a deposit down within the first 24 hours, they will be matching your deposit, so you can take advantage of that for free play. So, and if you haven't seen the site, or if you haven't been to busr.com/fanatic, you're not really sure what it looks like, blah, blah, blah. I do want to show that here just so you guys have an idea, because when you go on there now, right now, this one, this screenshot is showing the NFL 100 FP bonus, but the Sports 100 FP bonus is on there live for you guys. I, earlier this week on TikTok, told you guys, Cowboys, at the time the line was -5. Hammer it, hammer it, hammer it. This team is going to bounce back. The line goes to -7 today. Alvin Kamara is announced out. Goes Cowboys -7. We still stayed strong. If you wanted to take the Cowboys, I actually ended up doing another bet today on BOSR. Cowboys money line parlayed with the under the 46.5 points, knowing we're going against a Taysom Hill and, all the chaos that was going on in New Orleans with Sean Payton's offense and just the limited options that Sean Payton had. I felt good about going under on the 46. Also understanding the struggles we've had offensively, which we'll get into as well. Made me a little nervous with Deontay Harris, touchdown at the end of the game, but we were able to get the ball back, run it out, and secure a victory. So first and foremost, as we get into the breakdown here, I want to give a shout out to Coach Quinn. Mike McCarthy, we're missing our head coach, we're missing our leader, our head man out for COVID, and Dan Quinn stepped up today and backwards hat Dan. We got to give him credit. This man was charismatic on the sidelines. He's been, just so well received in Dallas as the defensive coordinator in combination with the young talent that's on this defense, building a defense around the personnel, which we haven't seen in a long time, versus having a scheme and trying to make it work and combining two schemes with two different coaches. He's playing a lot of man defense. He's very aggressive. They're trying to get turnovers. And today we didn't see that drop off on the defense with him now being on the sideline. And I was so happy to see him rocking the hat backwards when he's on the sideline, because I know for Dan Quinn, he felt comfortable, or just a different element as a football coach, being up in the booth, being able to jump into the X and O's and have fun with that and scheme stuff up. But now having to manage the clock, interact with referees, interact with players on the sidelines, all sorts of live things that are outside of his normal responsibilities as a coordinator. It was now, luckily he was just an NFL head coach and a, very successful head coach for a long time with the Atlanta Falcons. So he was used to some of those things and facing a familiar foe in the New Orleans Saints. All of our big boys up front. It was good to have Tank Lawrence back today. We know conditioning is going to be a challenge, probably for the next game or two, but it was Tank already making plays, getting his hands on footballs, being the disruptive force that we know he's shown to be over the last few years. I can't go any further in this video, though, without mentioning the Defensive Player of the Year. We got to put some respect on Mr. Micah Parsons' name, because what this young man is doing right now is special. He has my vote for Rookie of the Year. That's without question. I think that's already wrapped up. Defensive Rookie of the Year. He has currently right now, and I asked this question on Twitter: what player on defense in the whole league would you take right now for the next 5 years ahead of Micah Parsons? Pause the video and think about it right now. Like that's the level of football he's playing, and I know it's scary to say things like this. He's played what 12 games, 12 professional games, and we're already talking like this. And he's under 22 years old. He's so young. So much to learn, so much that he can still improve upon, regardless of what position he plays. Doesn't matter. He's the best football player every time he's out there. He has special, special gifts. He has a rare first step. He has rare explosiveness. He has lateral quickness. He has instincts. Even sometimes when you don't know what you're doing all the time, your instincts can still take you to the play. That happens with him a lot. And then when he does know it and he sees it, he's a damn nightmare. Look what he did to Taysom Hill. Did you guys see that on the bootleg? Taysom Hill's rolling out of the backfield. Everything seems to be okay. And then boom, it's not. Look at this man, Taysom Hill. He threw this man like a rag doll. Taysom Hill, who's one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the NFL. Don't talk to me if you're a Texas Longhorn fan. Y'all know how he has tortured us when he was at BYU. We look at Taysom Hill like a boogeyman. And at times in this game, Taysom Hill actually ran for 100 yards. Times this game, we're letting him run all over the place. When he has a splint on his middle finger, Trevor Siemian, you should be offended that they still wouldn't even look at you versus a guy who literally couldn't throw the football. And that rollout play I think it was a third and short, and it's a 13-yard tackle for loss and a sack for Micah Parsons, who now has 10 sacks on the season in 12 games. That was one of the most athletic things I've seen, but he does that every week at this point. There's a play against Patrick Mahomes a few times, speed option, when he forced a fumble, in the Chiefs game. These are the special things this young man is giving us. And he's actually a very good linebacker in the open field. He's still our best guy out there, even over Keanu Neal had a good game today, and Leighton Vander Esch. So we're watching something spectacular right now. We really are with Micah Parsons. And the NFL, I think, is starting to take notice of how special this guy is, just the praise that he's getting across the league and national media and all that. But it's fun to watch the Cowboys play defense. That's why I haven't mentioned the offense yet, because everybody wants to bitch and complain on Twitter and social media right now about the offense. And yeah, I was frustrated with the offense too. But I'm going to celebrate this win and what the defense did. Let's put some respect on Carlos Watkins' name for getting a thick six. Let's get it, big fella. Let's put some respect on Ron Curse, who's giving us great safety play this year. Both our safeties got a pick. Kazee got a pick. Now the brother's gonna hear it in the locker room because he did get hurdled by White Lightning Taysom Hill, but we'll deal with that on another day. You got a pick today. Ron Curse got an amazing interception, toe drag swag, like he's a receiver. Fantastic stuff from my defense across the board. And here's why I'm excited about this before I get to the offense. I haven't seen this. Not for this long period of time. And yes, the defense gives up big plays, and they can be got. We saw that with Derek Carr on Thanksgiving. They can be had. I'm not saying this is some unstoppable juggernaut of a defense, but they're giving me hope that when we get into a playoff situation where we play some of these teams with very good quarterbacks like a Patrick Mahomes, like whoever that person would be in the NFC, whether it's a Brady or Aaron Rodgers, we can at least introduce doubt with our fronts. We haven't had this type of talent. I haven't even mentioned Trayvon Diggs getting his 9th interception today. Like, that's how special this group is. Trayvon Diggs not even 24 years old. You have 2 people in the league. He's one of the best corners in the league. You have one of the best just all-around front 7 defenders in the league, and Micah Parsons. You have unsung heroes like Ron Curse and Carlos Watkins and Chauncey Golson, and Osa. I mean, we can keep going down the list. Keanu Neal, who's coming here and is playing good football. So I'm excited. I haven't like it's not like when we went to Green Bay in 2014 and I'm over here trying to get Aaron Rodgers with Davon Coleman and Jeremy Mincy. Like it's not the same, or Ken Bishop, you know, or Nick Hayden. Like that's who we were trying to win a playoff game with on defense. Getting torched with somebody with a blown quad. We're frustrated with the offense. I get it. I get it. It was good to see CeeDee Lamb back today. It was good to see Amari. I know he was very, very limited in his abilities today, but um, I am concerned, but I think everything is fixable. So Kellen Moore, we'll get to Kellen Moore in a second. It's good to get people back healthy. Scott Linehan, the ghost of Scott Linehan has crawled into Kellen Moore in some capacity. I don't understand it because he's getting very stubborn with how he's attacking these defenses. And really what's happening is everyone's playing us tight press coverage, not trying to give us the underneath, playing a lot of the run, and really forcing us to either you hit a big play. The big plays are going to be there over the top, but we're not able to create any of those easy slants, drags, some of that more in-breaking route stuff that it was shorter that we had a lot of success with on earlier in the season in conjunction with our running plays. Right now we understand there's a lot to get to with the offense. I want to give credit to Zeke because Zeke is very banged up and he's still playing football for us. And I think he deserves a lot of credit for showing a warrior spirit and just being out there on the football field. We understand at one point our quarterback was out. We've had Tyron Smith out. He's now back. We've had Leo Collins out. He's back. Terrence Steele's out with COVID right now. We've had some interior line changes. We've had both receivers out, Gallup included if you want to go to 3. So it's been a lot of people moving around almost seemingly week to week. And I will cut them some slack because the consistency week to week just hasn't been there in terms of personnel. Then you lose half your staff in the middle of the week. That should, slow things down too. With that being said, the end game adjustments and the fact that people are attacking you the same way, and it's the same defense that people are running, at least in my eye, against the Baltimore Ravens and what they're trying to do to contain Lamar Jackson to some degree and just trying to take away as much of the easy stuff as possible. And right now it's been effective against the Cowboys. At least, the points, 27 today, but it's really 20 because of the turnover. But our 3 and outs have skyrocketed. Our third down conversion on offense is putrid over the last month. And a lot of that is third and shorts. Right now, I feel more comfortable when it's 3rd and 7 and longer, and I know Dak either has to extend the play or throw intermediate to deep versus anything 3rd and 6 under. So when we start with the run game, I'm still frustrated with the decision of when they decided to make the Connor Williams move to Connor McGovern and the chemistry that I think it's caused. Connor Williams was one of our better run blocking offensive linemen. That's facts. And if you wanted to make that move because you got frustrated with the penalties that he was having in pass pro, okay, but understand that you're also giving something up. And then on top of that, he was one of our best guys at pulling. And when we finally pulled today and ran tall sweep, Groovy Tony took it to the house, damn near 60 yards, which is also telling because that's our longest run in, I think they said since Alfred Morris back in 2017. So this isn't the same, and that's with Zeke and Tony Pollard been here the last few years. So this isn't the same juggernaut of a run blocking unit offensive line that we were accustomed to from like 2013 through 2016. And I've been saying that for a while. They're still a very, very good unit, but it's not the same dominant group from before. Is Zach Martin still a dominant player? Yeah. Travis Frederick is retired. Tyron Smith plays a fraction of the games at this point. We've had a revolving door with all the other positions. So these are things that have to come to reality. We're seeing some of those chemistry issues in pass pro. Sometimes it's on them. Sometimes the quarterback is sliding into pressure. Sometimes the quarterback's decision making is off. Sometimes the quarterback is making elite decisions. And I don't know what to make of Dak right now because I really like the way Dak threw the ball in the first half. I really like the way that 2-minute drive came together. I know we only got a field goal, but backed up against the 5, Sean Payton's calling timeouts. Everybody's freaking out, blah, blah, blah. And he's getting us settled and leads us down the field. But then we come out and it's 3 and out. We come out and now he's making some reckless decisions in the fourth quarter. Now our route combos are jacked up and we're trying to chuck the ball deep instead of, you know, advancing the chains, using our tight ends, when we can use some of those hook routes. It's just I don't I know as frustrating as all of it is, here's the one thing I will offer as a saving grace though for the offense. And I think over time, I really do think it's going to be fine. I think they've come against a particular defense that's giving them fits that the Broncos deployed, and it's still causing them problems, right? Depending on your personnel, the Saints actually have good personnel on defense. We know what Lattimore and Mario, those are some good defensive players on their end. They deserve credit for slowing us down. And so depending on your personnel, you can be a little bit more successful at it than some other teams like the Raiders, right? But with all that being said, they played 3 games in 12 days. It's a lot of football back to back to back with coaches and players moving in and out of the lineup. Hopefully now with this little mini bye that is much, much, much needed, they can settle things down. And the biggest thing is this: Mike McCarthy was at home. And I think this could be a blessing in disguise for the Cowboys. He can get to audit some of this stuff. And him as an offensive guy, him as a guy that's developed quarterbacks, can get with Kellen, can get with Dak and say, hey, I'm seeing what they're doing to us, and this is what we need to do to clean this up, and this is what we need to do to adjust. And we can't get stubborn with certain things. We can't get glued in and locked into certain things. We have to adapt with how these guys are playing us. Hey, we've got to start pulling a little bit more, trying to get outside zone or stretch going, whatever we can. We can't just run the ball up the middle and do ground and pound all the time with Zeke, especially the way he's banged up. So hopefully these are the things that Mike McCarthy in his hotel room is taking note of while he wasn't able to be with us in New Orleans today. And we come out against the Redskins, the Washington football team, and really seal out the rest of the NFC East and get that momentum going for the playoffs. We got to be playing our best football come January. But we got to give another shout out to Coach Quinn and this defense. 27-17 victory over the New Orleans Saints and Taysom Hill. It's funny, shout out to little Jordan Humphrey. I got to give him a shout because I tweeted before the game. I think I actually have that tweet here. I tweeted before the game. I was like, man, look, watch this brother get a damn touchdown. And it always happens. And you know what? For a former Texas Longhorn, Lil Jordan Humphrey, who we loved on this channel, those of you guys who follow our Texas Longhorn content and you've rocked with us for a while, you know how we feel about LJ. And to see him get his tutty, I was happy for him. Good job by that brother. That was dope. That was dope. So anyway, y'all hit up bosr.com/fanatic. Hit that Sports 100 FP bonus. I showed you the website earlier to take advantage of those specials that we have on there. Tomorrow night, I think might be doing a live. Stay tuned. But we might be rolling out some more promos for BUSR. So hit up BUSR.com, support us, sign up today. Y'all already out here betting. Y'all already out here taking the Cowboys -7. Get some free play. Do it on our dime. Let's have fun and make money together. Thank you to BUSR. And you know what? I'm going to go and celebrate and have great rest of the evening. Go Cowboys. We'll be back with more content. Thank you. Peace.